Hello, everyone. Coming in to talk about the new moon in Gemini, and I really like the energy of this new moon. You know, the full moon we just had in Sagittarius really gave us a lot to integrate, and it feels like this new moon is like, all right, now where are we going? You know, and I looked up the Sabian Symbol, of course, for this new moon at 27 degrees, and it's a gypsy coming out of the forest. This settles us into being better able to step into involvements. These enable further growth. So there's a few things that come to mind here with this symbol. When I think of the gypsies, I think of living a life that's just filled with surrender and trust, and really like a lifestyle that is about like just fully living. Because if you think about the nomadic lifestyle, you're trusting that whatever you need will be where you're going. And there's nothing really set in place that you're ever, fully returning home to. You move along with very fluid structures. You have what you can carry on your back. And this lifestyle doesn't come without its challenges, like there may be lack of resources at times. There may be challenges that you face, people that don't want you there, things like that. The other thing I saw with this symbol, a gypsy stepping out of the forest, was coming away from the tribe and like coming out and being your independent, truest self. Like, who is that when you're not, surrounded by other people's energies? And this really relates to Saturn in Pisces as well, which coincidentally is stationing retrograde now. So Saturn in Pisces is, the symbol, a girl blowing a bugle to herald our knowledge, proclaiming it. So both of these symbols are about stepping out. And with Saturn going retrograde in Pisces, I see all of these things that we've been learning or rediscovering. It might be past life gifts that you're rediscovering. It may be a stronger spiritual practice. It doesn't have to be, just about like doing spiritual work. It can be just in your own personal life. Like, what are the practices you've been developing for your own spiritual health? And this involves like protection and boundaries and really coming to your center and feeling into what's right for you and what is not going to work for you. So this is a time with Saturn. He's come through like these 7 degrees, and we've been picking up something at each degree. And now he's going to go back through those degrees, and it's time to be tested. He's like coming in as the teacher, and he's like, all right, it's time for exams. Okay, what have you learned? And put it to practice. And that's how we gain experience, is by actually trying out, what's been given to us, being the observer of our experiences and seeing how when you try something new, how did that work? And really like taking note of these things. And I feel like this will be really helpful because he's going to be going back all the way to the beginning of Pisces until November. And then he'll be coming back through. And then it's like, okay, once he's gone all the way through there, we've tested everything, and then he turns back around and goes direct. It's like that's the time that we're like, okay, I know my tools, I know how to use them, and or I've rediscovered these gifts and I've learned how to use them, and that's when we'll be like putting them in practice more. So Pluto moved back, he's retrograde right now, and he moved back into Capricorn on the 12th. So this is revisiting all the structures that are in place, rules and regulations. He's coming in to like further break down and expose and transform and rebirth all of these structures, and allowing us to really look at them from, with a different lens. And so this Saturn and Pisces energy is really here to help us learn how to stay in our heart during like different changes and transitions, but also how to take the pieces that are dying and transform them. I see kind of like this shamanic practice almost, like Pluto may be casting off these different pieces of Capricorn, and when we die, we go back to the all. We go back to that Pisces energy. And this is where we reevaluate and we decide, what are we going to do next? And so the last time I read on Saturn and Pisces, he was showing me volcano energy. And so I'm really seeing us like deep in the volcano, deep in the mountain, finding these little pieces and throwing them in the magma, and then letting the magma transmute them and turn them back to their purest forms, and then those then erupting and forming this new earth. Like when the Saturn in Pisces, when the lava comes into the water, it solidifies, it creates new structures. And this is structures based around nature as well. So it's my hope that we will see more structures being redeveloped that are in harmony with nature, where, with Pluto moving into Aquarius, we will see what are the possibilities when we stray too far from nature, or what are the possibilities of technology working with nature as well. We'll see both the light and the dark. Another thing with Saturn and Pisces that I feel is Saturn's like our teacher here, and he's really teaching us discernment and again, the boundaries and the psychic protection. And it's these tools that if we can become devoted and develop that discipline from Saturn in these spiritual realms, that's what's going to help us develop these spiritual bodies that help us collect valuable information, and also help us retrieve different parts of ourselves and help keep us kind of like this nicely sealed package that feels very whole. And also I feel like he's saying that this is what we're learning so that we don't take on all of the chaos of the world or other people's stuff. Like, we are here to fully feel, but it's really about feeling our own stuff and then allowing other people's things to just float on by like the other school of fish in the ocean, and be able to just observe it and have that nice little energetic boundary around you. And one other thing that keeps coming up over and over again for me recently, and I don't know if this is collectively related, but I'll share anyway, is working with crystals. Crystals feel like such a Piscean Saturn sort of form of material, if that makes sense. Like, Saturn's a material form, and Pisces is like the all and the magic, and it also is permeable. It takes on energy. And so I keep being redirected to how to work with crystals. And also this energy could be how to work with other physical tools that support you. But crystals have been coming through really strong, and it's also about that grid, where if you think about connecting to the crystal grid, that's where that ancient knowledge is, that the magma. Also, I'm seeing like the magma flowing through and gathering that information and bringing it up to the surface. So for this new moon, new moons are a time to set intentions. It feels like a good time to set your intention and then just trust that the pieces that will help you fulfill that intention are on the path already. They're coming to you. It's about surrender, and it's about patience, and really just allowing spirit to assist you. You may be getting messages in dreams, messages in meditation. Meditation could be a really good way to be supported, but it feels like it's a really great time to allow ourselves to be taught from those other realms. And this is, again, why the protection is important too, and the discernment. So these are, the water, the Piscean waters, the ocean. It's like, it's the unknown. It's everything, and we're learning how to navigate it. So I hope you have a wonderful new moon, and let me know if any of this is resonating with you or how you're experiencing these energies. All right, love you guys.